Hey everyone, welcome to Be So Light, BeSoLight.tv. I have to keep practicing that. So I just got out of my third bath, medicine bath, and hold on, there we go. Just got out of my third one, the clay bath, doing my snake medicine. All right, and that one was really good. Whew. I'm still recovering. But I like how opening it is, how it's really allowing energy to flow and things to move through. I really, really like that. So we're going to do our chant. And after we do the chant, I'm going to talk about the dream I had. And I'm going to talk about the message that I got. I'll talk about the message that I got when I was in the medicine bath today. And I asked, and I keep asking, they said, why do you keep asking us? We keep telling you what it is. And I said, because there's so much trickery going on. And my intentions is not to be misleading anyone. When I'm being of service, I just want to make sure everything is guarded, information is coming across clear and direct. Period. I'm not on here playing no games. I have things I need to do. So the dream was just insane, off the hook. And the message was crazy. So when I took the medicine bath today, it was like, okay, all right. So I'm going to wait a few, just give me a few just to get situated. That way, when we start, people who are coming in, they're not coming in right in the middle of it. Because it takes, really, to be honest, it takes about 10 minutes for YouTube to let other people know that I'm on. Because I've timed them. I've timed them when I go on and go watch other people on the platform. And I've had it on both parts, phone and a laptop. And I see how long it takes them to respond, how long it takes to get through the phone section, how long does it take to load up on a laptop. And I timed them. And it literally does take that long. That's why when you tap into somebody's show, they've already been at it for like 10, 15 minutes. And you're like, well, I just now got the notification. Because the system is slow. It's behind. So if I was to ask you, what year do you really think we're in? What would be your response? Do you really think that we're in the 2024? Do you really think we're in that? Or do you think we're really sitting in a much older timeline, but our time was stolen and we're about to see results of that? We've already seen results of time stolen, but it's really starting, it's really going to start making sense. Okay. What is it? We're going to start in a few seconds. Go ahead and get your oils ready. My bath was just delicious. Oh, rub those hands together. Breathe it in. Breathe it in again. One more time. I'm about ready to start a meeting online, doing a class, an interactive online. All right, go ahead and swoop off that crown. Gosh. And my hibiscus tea with lemon balm. I'm just in love with that tea. I like it on ice, and I put a little bit of honey or agave in it. And it just tastes so good. Okay, enough time. We're going to get started now. You've had time to come in. Gotta go. All right, let's take in a nice deep breath. We're going to do it once again through the chakras. Breathe in. Bring your awareness to your water star. That's right below your earth star. Now remember, the water star is the one that we come into when we enter into our mother's womb, into that sacred space of creation. Breathe. Going into the water star. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Breathe. Exhale it out. Moving into the earth star. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Breathe. Exhale it out. Moving into the base root. Breathe that in, base root. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Moving into the sacral chakra. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Moving into the solar plexus, where all of our emotions are held. Take a deep breath here. Hold the breath. Exhale it out. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Move into the beautiful heart chakra at the heart. Breathe it in. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Breathe that in. Move into the throat chakra. The divine Heka. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Moving into the third eye. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Hold that light. Moving into the crown space. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Deep breath here. Hold the breath. Exhale it out. Deep breath again. Hold the breath. Exhale it out. Now we're moving into our beautiful soul star. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Breathe here. Exhale it out. Now moving into the beautiful spirit chakra. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Breathe. Hold here. Inhale. Hold the breath. Breathe it out. Moving into the universal chakra. Breathe. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Moving into the galactic chakra. Deep breath here. Deep, deep, deep breath. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Breathe in deep again. Exhale it out. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Breathe. Moving into the divine stargate. Connecting with Source, Mother, Father, Creator, true divine source, light. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now just hold here in this space. See a beautiful orb of light connecting through your breath. And now bring it all the way down. Bring it down through that galactic universal chakra into that spirit. Move it down into that soul star, which is your holy star. Move it down into the crown, the third eye, the throat. Move it into the heart. Move it down into the solar plexus, down into the sacral, down into the root, down into the earth star, down into the water star. Once again, hold here. Breathe. Hold that space. And now bring it up to the high heart self, centering in, connecting, anchoring into the positive timeline of Mother Earth, the new positive timeline of Mother Earth. Just by saying I connect to the new divine timeline of Mother Earth, the positive timeline that holds the true light. I do not consent to the artificial light. Say that. It'll feel so good. I do not consent to connection to the artificial light. I do not consent to it. Doesn't that feel good? When you take your power back. Now I want you to just keep your eyes closed. Because we're already send out and expand of this energy and orbs of light that's just going out into the beautiful ethers of Mother, imprinting with the trees, the bee nation, the bird nation, all aspects of life here on earth that is of divine nature. Notice how I said that. Breathe that in. And now, just for yourself, call back your energy. If you were on platforms, if you were in a meeting, if you're working with clients, if you're at a job, call back your energy of what you have put out or was kind of like siphoned off of you. But call it back in the most highest divine form. And call it back through that 8th and 9th and 10th and 11th and 12th dimensional self. And let it just come back in its highest crystalline form. Yes. Breathe that in. Feel yourself being rejuvenated, recharged. See beautiful light around your kidneys, the adrenals, light them up. See some beautiful light going into that. See that beautiful divine light spiraling into the kidneys. That beautiful diamond white light. And now see that beautiful light surging up and down the spine. Take a deep breath here. Hold that breath. Let it out with a ha. Deep breath again. Release that. One more deep breath in. Breathe. Bring that energy all the way up to the top of the crown. Breathe in. Allow yourself to anchor into your true divine self. Breathe in. Be connected. Be present. You're not in the past. You're present. Breathe. Welcome on in. Breathe. Let go of your stress. Let go of self-judgment. Let go of your pain, your wound, the one that sits with you the most. Breathe and let it go. Sit with that. Allow yourself to just feel that space. Some of us, we get so busy with our jobs, we forget how to take care of ourselves. We forget to give back to ourselves, to give back to yourself. So welcome into Be So Light. We're here is all about claiming your light, being true to yourself, anchoring into your divinity, your sovereignty. I can't tell you and stress to you how important this process is every single day. You don't have time to be caught up in drama land. Okay? You got issues in your tissues. You need to be going within and working on your trauma lines, working on your wounds. This is really important right now. This is not a game. This is not joke time. This is not a time to be careless with knowing that you need to heal something, because what's the rule of thumb? Hurt people hurt other people. Okay, that's all there is to it. So if you are walking around with a lot of wounds and you haven't worked on that, and you're striking out and hurting other people and being cruel, and you're wondering why your life isn't changing, well, hello, beep, beep. You're putting stuff out in the universe, and the universe is giving it right back to you. Karma's like that now. And the reason why I say that is because of the spiritual warfare that we're all experiencing. And some experience it more, others experience it in different levels. But at either way, there's the light and the dark fighting. Which one wants to win? It's not about who's going to win. It's about the balance, and it's about the healing. Light can't be existing if it doesn't have the dark. The dark can't exist if it doesn't have the light. They both represent each other. It's the yin and the yang of everything. So when we talk about our healing and talk about those wounds, and we talk about the interaction and the contracts that you signed when you came here, okay? Bottom line, what did you sign up for? Take a look and see, where's your life right now? What's going on in your life that you might be happy about and you might not be happy about? It might feel good, it might not feel good. What's the contract? Because there are people that come into your life that help to start something so that you will remember an aspect of yourself that you either need to embrace, you need to heal, or to be empowered in. But, when we come through, we forget all about that, right? We're like, what the hell is this? I didn't sign up for this crap. Oh, yeah, we did. We signed up for it. We did. And as crazy as it may seem, even some of the most malicious things, we have to witness that too. Because it's all about, do we value life? Do we value ourselves? What do you really value? How precious is life to you? There's some people out in this world who don't value life, who don't value a child's life, who doesn't value a woman's life, who doesn't value a family's life. They don't value an elder's life. Hell, they don't even value animals. They are soulless beings walking around here. And as we get closer, those of us that are in more of the spring atmosphere, equinox, versus the people who are in the going into their winter equinox, okay? We are going to be seeing some things that's going to really challenge your mindset. A lot of us that are here doing our light work, we're trying to prepare a lot of you. So it's not so shocking to your system because we are already going through the process of being awake and seeing things, and we share them with you. So when you hear certain things or hear certain experiences from people, you're going to say, that ain't real. Da, 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 da. Trust me, I was one of those people. I was saying the same thing until it started happening to me. And then I was like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't be so judgmental. Maybe there's a lot more to this realm than what I'm seeing. There's a lot more to it. I've seen things that would just, on a normal person, would blow your freaking mind. You would sit back and say, what the hell was that? But when I see it, I'm like, oh, look at here. Look. Oh, somebody can't stay covered. Oh, there. Oh, they can't cover up now. Oh, look, they just morphed in front of me and they don't even realize it. But I try, when I see it happen, I'll be like, ah. And here's the thing. Because some of these beings are telepathic, they can hear your thoughts. So when you see something, I want you to keep this in mind. When you witness something, just take a breath and start thinking, I love bubblegum. I love bubblegum. Because what that does, it creates a jamming. So they're not picking up on what you just witnessed. Okay? What you just saw. Now, let's jump into the dream. I'm not going to be out here long. I got some errands to run. So, when the eclipse came in, I was comparing it to the 2017 eclipse versus the one that just happened. There was something entirely different. All right? And I knew it. But you know what we do? We kind of just go along with it and we just kind of say, maybe it was just the way it is. Not when you're having very strong and vivid dreams. Now keep in mind, this is my personal interpretation of my dream that I had. I'm merely just sharing it with you. Okay. So, I'm going to tell you like this first. If you have not seen the movie Godzilla and Kong, New Empire, I highly suggest that you take your time and take yourself down to go watch that movie. You might not want to do the extreme, get a standard, so you're not blowing yourself out of your body with all the, all the sound effects. But I need you to go see that movie because that is playing out right now. I'm just like, holy crap. Okay, don't go support civil war. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the more of us that go and look at these type of movies, we're imprinting energetically and you're consenting to that. Okay? If it's showing a lot of war, violence, taking over, desolation, all of that, the more we do not consent to that timeline, the more by us not consenting to it, we kill it. We say, oh, hell no, we're not putting up with your crap. I'm not consenting to that. There's so many ways to have power, and by us showing up and saying no to something, that we're not going to play that game anymore, is powerful. There's more of us than them. Let's just put it that way. Okay? So, now, I'm just saying, if you want to go watch that, it's up to you. But just know your energy is imprinting on that. When you go see Godzilla and Kong, you're extracting info and symbolism from that. You can extract symbolism and everything from the other one, but do you really want to be looking at that? Because that's putting your vibration in fear mode. You understand what I'm saying? Just saying. Okay, so now, so I go to bed, and the first thing I notice when I lay down, I feel like I'm moving like this, like I'm on water. This is what I'm feeling, like I'm on water. And my body's moving like it's on water. You know when you lay down like on a flotation thing in a pool or you're on a boat and you feel this feeling? That's what I was feeling. And I said, wow, why am I feeling that? That feels kind of crazy. So I was feeling it and I said, okay. So I just went to sleep. Damn, they didn't waste no time. This dream was off the hook. And I'm really starting to feel like, was it really a dream? Because it was so surreal. Okay. So in the dream, I wake up and I'm like hearing all this commotion out in the parking lot. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? It's too early in the morning. I don't want to be hearing this. Okay, this is how the dream starts off. So I walk over to the blinds. I open up the blinds and I see nothing but this red, arch red in the distance. And I'm like, wow, that's a strange looking rainbow. So early in the morning. What the hell is that? And then people are like taking pictures, and then you hear all this noise in the background. Stay in your homes. Do not panic. Da 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 da. And I'm like, and I go and I look, and I see it's a planet. It's not a rainbow. It's a planet, and it's in this hue of reddish salmon color. And I'm like, that's Nibiru. That's Nibiru. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I said, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm running around and I'm like doing this thing. Like I go into this tone thing and I'm connecting and I'm like, what's happening? What's happening? And I'm getting in with my team. It said, it's here. I got goosebumps, you guys, just talking about it. And I'm like, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. And I'm running around. I'm trying to grab all my stuff. And I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go. And then it was like I step outside. And where I wasn't in United States. I was back in that area where Africa has saw that big black, like whatever it was in the water came up and then it like disappeared. Mr. MB3 something 3000 had it on his show. He was showing that strange thing that happened around the eclipse or right after the eclipse. And so I said, oh, I'm in the right location. I said, okay. And then we heard this big whoosh and literally held on to things. We felt the whole planet shift like this. And then felt this emerge where it lifted up like it was like gravity. There was no gravity. And then I was up, and then all of a sudden, when it settled down, came back down. I was like, oh, it made impact with us. Oh God, oh God. And I'm thinking, oh God, how many people? Where did it impact? And what it did, you know how we've been seeing the circle and then the circle and then that little space in between, how we all been seeing that? Then people have been talking about the vesica. So I'm just like, oh my God. So I go out and I see the planet's closer. Like you could just walk to it. But here's the thing. It literally took the membrane of itself, joined with Mother Earth, and created this membrane-like plasmic field. Like it was joined together like this, like an umbilical cord, okay? It was like that. And I was like, oh. And then you literally, everybody stopped moving. And you literally hear a very divine voice echo and says, those of you who do not wish to no longer stay on Earth, you may now exit to Nibiru, Planet X. And people were like in this like space, like they couldn't move. And they said, the only thing is this planet will only allow divine beings on it, divine vibrations on it. You must be a love vibration to enter. And then you could see people in this panic of, well, we're going to go. So I was like, well, I'm going to go. And it was almost like that feeling of the feather and the weight. Is your heart heavy? Is it light as a feather? It was kind of like that scenario. So I'm walking, and it's like almost like that movie, Kings and Gods Exodus, where all of them were leaving and they were all just going towards the Red Sea to cross it. That's what this was like. Everyone was leaving. Those that wanted to leave Earth were leaving. So what happened, as I was going up to walk up to that membrane, and I'm watching others, the ones that couldn't go, that were not like divine human beings or what, when they went up to it, they literally disintegrated right there. And so that freaked some people out. They were like, oh, this thing is killing us. This thing is killing us. And then it started pulsating, emanating like this. And it was like, no, it's not killing. It's only getting rid of the ones that are not real. They don't have divinity. They don't know who they are. They come from a place of low vibration. So this one lady that was in front of me, she says, I enter with love. And she walks up, and you see her whole body just starts glowing with light, and she goes like this, throws her head back, and this light comes out, and then she goes and she walks into it, and it takes her. She goes right into the planet. And so I'm standing there, and I'm like, do I really want to leave everybody? Am I really done? And then everybody was like, go. You did what you needed to do. You did your go. Start the next cycle. Get us all ready. Go, go. So then I went up and I did this. And then this being came out and he said, are you testing it? I go, well, I test everything. And I'm touching like this. He goes, are you coming? Are you staying? I go, okay, fine. So I stepped through and I felt my whole body go and it was like stepping through this membrane of water and plasmic charge energy that just goes through every part of you. You feel your whole body light up. And so when I get to the other side, oh my God, it was so beautiful. I saw the celestial divine trees, all the beautiful water. It was just so beautiful. People were smiling. Everything was so high definitional color over there. It was breathtaking. And I just remember saying, oh, this is home. That's all I was saying. This is home. And the trees were so big. They were giant trees. And then there was like these giant beings walking around in the background. And I said, look at here. We're not all so crazy after all. Look at us. And people were just, it was just beautiful. Beautiful. It was like something out of a book, a movie, but a movie couldn't even describe it like this. So I'm just walking and I'm looking and I'm saying, is this all real? Am I really here? And I'm just looking, I'm like, oh my God. And I'm looking around and I walked up to one of the trees that was like this big, giant celestial oak tree. I mean, it was huge. It extended up to where you couldn't even really see the top of it. It was that big. And I put my hand on it. And when you put your hand and you touch something in this world, everything lights up. You become one with it. It becomes one with you. It's kind of like Avatar. Kind of like that. And so I'm like, oh my God. And I pull my hand back and I said, we're in it. We have set ourselves free. We're not prisoned anymore. And then I looked over my shoulder and then I saw like these dark beings that were at the portal entry way. And they were trying to keep people from coming in. And I said, let the people go. And I screamed. And so when I turned, all of these grandmothers, ancient grandmothers came and they all started doing this tone. They started making this tone vibration. And then that portal stayed open for the people that needed to come over. And when one of the beings tried to come through, it immediately was disintegrated into fire and it just evaporated. It could not come through. And then the grandmothers stopped. They turned and they walked back into the places where they came from. And I just took a breath and I was just looking up at the tree. And next thing you know, I wake up. I'm looking around in the bedroom. I'm like, where the hell am I? I said, oh, I'm still Earth. I get up, go to the restroom, come back. I look at the time. It's 3:05. I'm like, all right. And I lay down and I say intentional divine prayers, send it out to anybody that's needing help. And I lay there and I can't shake the feeling of how good it felt to be in it. And so when I got up this morning and I had to take the medicine bath, I'm in the medicine bath and I in sacred space and I asked the questions. I said, so Namira's in really close proximity with us, right? Yes. So is that what we saw? And it's still in its space? Yes. I said, okay, is this something that's getting ready to take place that I dreamt about? I said, on a dimensional level. I was like, oh. So it's about to get really surreal. Those of us right now, you sense the difference in your body. You sense how you're feeling right now. That's because you're made it on that next level. You're on that vibration. Okay? The more they really want us to practice keeping your frequency up. Because there's going to be things that keep coming at you to try to get you to lower it. So that you don't make it to that level. I mean, if I could draw a picture of what I saw, how beautiful it was, I was just like, oh my God. The trees were off the hook. These were like the original trees that were on this planet before they all got butchered down. And we're told this is a mountain of some kind of old mountain. No, it's a tree stump. And I'm just like seeing these big celestial, gorgeous trees. I mean, you couldn't even see the top of them. They were that big. And the land was just flourishing. It was almost like when you, in the dream, everybody that went over was just ecstatically happy. Okay? So that's the extent of the dream. I'm sharing it with you because there's so many things going on with everybody right now. Rich Luke talked about his adventure when he went to Texas and they were in the alignment of the event. And if you go to his page and you look at what he was talking about on YouTube, Rich Loop, Loop, he works a lot with Leo King. And if you read the comments that everybody was leaving, so many different people were having illnesses. They weren't feeling good. Their eyes were having problems. They were nauseated. They felt like something was being pulled or extracted from them during the event. It was so weird because I was going through and I'm reading this and I'm like, damn. And then, I'm not kidding. It was like row after row. Everybody was leaving their comments on his thing talking about it. And I was like, oh. And I already talked to other people, friends of mine, who were out in that area who didn't go underneath it or they were in their home. And then the ones that were inside didn't have all the feelings of it, but the ones that were outside underneath it, depending on what their body was doing, they were having some serious stuff from that. And I say, you know what? Never really heard of an eclipse doing that. 2017, I don't remember people talking about how they were feeling all cattywampus. And hell, I was playing my big drum underneath the eclipse at that time when that was happening. In Folsom. Underneath it. I was drumming. Wasn't looking at the sun, but I could take the drum and look up like this and I could see the eclipse happening inside the drum. So, go figure. So anyway, I'm sharing that with all of you. We're going to take a look at today's message. And I hope all of you are doing well. Please make sure you do go take a look at Godzilla. Go take a look at that if you haven't. Because you're going to see what the white serpent dragon is representing. and how surreal that is. Because it just happened on our planet not too long ago. And then you're going to see when Godzilla goes to lay down and rest after battle, where he lays down at, and you're going to put that together. You're going to see it. You're going to be like, oh, shit. Okay? Because remember, what's the rule of thumb? They have to tell us. So, I just wanted to share that dream with all of you. Because it was just a beautiful dream, and it felt so good. And I even woke up, like, energized. Like, it was an entirely different energy. So, just letting you know. And the reason why I share it is because there might be some of you that are having some really interesting experiences, and you're trying to talk yourself out of it because you're not used to having that experience or having that connection. You're not used to it. And my energy is like on point. Oh, please allow this live to replay on your page. Oh, it will. It always does. It will. Welcome in. So tomorrow we'll do another round of Ho'oponopono. We'll go through the chakras again so that you can move through that energy and expand it into your place. But here's the message. Okay, that looks good. Interesting. Yeah, I like that. Okay. The crystal grid, the hypersin is 27, is solutions. We're looking at solutions. Yes, a lot of dreams with water. Water is being definitely, because they pulled the water cards out. And this water card is saying immerse yourself, training, learning, new hobbies, and passions. So making sure you are immersing yourself. The water is now, as well as the sun, as well as the water, is activating a lot of our codes. Okay, just to let you know. The other water temple card is a number 18. So Washington, of the temple knowledge, I open my heart and my mind. She's so pretty. I love her. So having your heart and your temple open. The Stargate cards. Is this my Stargate ones? Gateway of Light activation cards. There you go. Arterian Light Codes, Evolution Downloads, Recalling Power, Future Thinking. Yes, future thinking. So we are breaking, we got 9 energy, and we got another 9 energy. So that's 2 9s together. Yes. Comes to 18, comes to another 9. So I need each and every one of you, all Be So Light members here, part of the tribe. I need you to really start practicing tapping into your 7th, your 8th, and your 9th dimension energy. Doesn't mean you have to submerge yourself in it, but when you're going out into the 3rd dimensional world and you got things to do, be on those higher frequencies. And it's kind of like this: when you're on the higher ones, this is 3rd dimension, you're on the higher ones. You're going past stuff like this. This is happening, but you see it like this. It's like, okay, practice it, because it really does make a difference in you getting things done for the day, how things will show up and materialize for you, because you're tapped into that energy. And here's the thing. Don't get in your head and try to talk yourself out of that connection, or like, Oh, I'm not good in it. No, no, no. We don't have time for that. You need to now, you should be standing in your top form of yourself, knowing your divinity, knowing how connected you are, knowing that you're worthy. This is what it means when we are doing that ho'oponopono, that you are healing those parts of yourself so that you're not carrying it. It's so important. That dream has a lot to do with moving into being, it really represented being on a frequency to move into that space. Because people who weren't on that frequency evaporated at the membrane to come over. It was the weirdest thing. So we will see how this all transpires. So the chambers of violent flames, the karmic releasing, radical transformation. There you go. Some of you need to just go ahead and just be done with those contracts. Rule of thumb. Today, check yourself. What are you still in agreement with? What is still not working for you? What energy is still not working for you? Making a conscious decision to not consent to those energy timelines and then saying, I no longer consent to this. I transmute this timeline. I neutralize this timeline. I delete it. I cancel it. Especially if it's tied into a person, place, or thing. Okay. This is where you got to go in there. And working with the violet flames is excellent because you can send those energy cords into that flame. You can send it into that. Okay, so those things get transmuted and pulled out. If you're someone who's feeling very depleted at the end of the day and you come home, you need to be calling back your energy of yourself or wherever you gave it to, especially if you're being of service. Thank you so much, those of you that are nurses, doctors, police officers, counselors, light workers, all of you that are interacting with other people. Things are going to be off the hook in the next 90 days. You're going to see people losing their shit. You're going to see it if you haven't already. You're going to see people just spazzing out because their body can't acclimate. Okay? So the word consent, I do not consent to this, does an amazing job of breaking those energy cords. And when you don't consent to something, the game is over. When you show up and you're consenting to the energy of it, it keeps the game going. We are smarter than that now. We know not to trust the soulless ones. We know not to trust them. Okay, this is the game. This is what we're in. So, with that being said, lovelies, I keep saying I'm going to come on and be 30 minutes, but Spirit doesn't let me work it out like that because there's so much info that comes through. And I highly suggest, please, do your divine writing. I went through that the other day talking about divine writing. How you sit with your journal and you write. You sit and you ask a question or you write divinely what you are consenting to. What energy, good health, good abundance, good prosperous life, passionate about whatever you're creating. What is your soul calling? If you need to find out what that is, write it down and ask yourself what that is. Your higher self, which is your beloved self, will come in and give you the answer. But you got to trust it. You got to trust yourself. This is the game now. Can you trust yourself? Because some of us think our pointers are broken. Some of us think that we can't make decisions right. We're messed up and this is always going to happen to me. Okay, if you're going to hold that vibration and that energy, you are co-creating that, and that's what you will get. You have to stop co-creating it, period. You have to create from a different level, a different connection of awareness, and be that. You have to be that now. Practice time has run out. Trial and error. Okay, but still, we're at this place now. You have to own it. You have to be it. Be watchful of your words, how you treat people, what you say. Come from a place of love. And if you know you're getting ready to tear somebody's head off, just take a breath. Take a breath. Breathe. You don't want to be special report at 6:30. Special bulletin at the bottom. Okay, breathe. And then come from a place of the heart. Not from all the stuff in the head. Come from the place of the heart. Okay? You don't want to intentionally hurt someone. You don't want to be striking out at someone, because there's a lot of people who are going to feel their wounds come up, and it's going to get amplified, because that is spirit way of trying to get you to pay attention to that. Okay. All right. So, please, please, please. I think a code just dropped in. And I'm going to... Okay. I'm going to take a look at that and see if that's a code. If it is a code, I'll put it in the... Okay, there it is. Never mind. I'll put this code in the community, what I'm seeing right now. It's weird. Okay. So, be good to yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow for our next part of the chat, and then we should be finishing up this part of the medicine on Friday and see how we're doing energetically, and we'll take an evaluation if we're going to be continuing adding on another 10 days. If we are going to add on another 10 days, those 10 days are going to be very intrinsic with codes and moving into a lot of the codex of the self. But I'm going to sit with that because everyone's processing right now. Okay, so allow yourself to process. Please allow yourself to process. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel the emotions that you feel, but don't take it out on someone else. That's the main thing. Take yourself, go do the snake video, go do that, sit in your clay and peel away. That'll help you immensely. All right. All right, lovely. Say it with me. Here we go. I am divinely aligned. I am divinely seen. I am divinely heard. I am divinely loved. Be so light. Like and subscribe. Be true to yourself. Be in your light. Claim your light. Claim yourself. This is what time it is. Claim it. All right, lovelies. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.